Hey everybody, welcome back to Everything's Plastic Toy Reviews. Today we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figure review, and this is Raphael. These figures are by Loyal Subjects BST AXN Best Action, I guess that stands for. Get a quick look at the front of the package there. We got the turtles on the side there. Just Ninja Turtles on top. Pretty plain, barcodes, all that good stuff on the bottom. And on the back here we got 31 points of articulation. There is a little read up there if you guys want to take a look at it. And we have a nice few accessories there as well. Best features, best articulation, best assortment. So these guys are actually building themselves up a lot. So hopefully they can back it up. So let's crack this guy open and get a closer look. Alright, so we have everything out of the package, but I just want to show you guys the backdrop there. This is Raphael. And we got a lot of cool pictures, a lot of cool drawings of the turtles, foot soldiers, and all that good stuff. Pretty cool detail that I thought was worth sharing with you guys. And we have extras on the bottom there, so that was pretty cool. We have a ton of accessories with this guy. So we have a cool sticker, that's the Action or BST AXN sticker. First time I ever had an action figure that came with a sticker. We have extra head sculpt, which is always cool. Two fisted hands and two whipping gripping hands, and in the box he comes with two open hands. So we have this little spear thing, which is kind of cool. Have a ninja star, and we have a little holder back here for his side, which I don't really know why this is a separate part, but oh well. And we have a closer look at two of his side. Pretty cool design on these. The only bad thing, man, these are like really soft plastic. Almost feels like a rubbery type feeling, but overall they do look cool. Figure itself, man, is kind of solid. These are 4-inch figures, so I think they're 1/15 scale. They don't feel cheap at all. Like, plastic doesn't feel cheap on it, which I thought was pretty cool. Alright, first of all, let's get this piece put back on. Shell, for some reason. Let's get a closer look at this guy. So like I previously mentioned, he comes with two face sculpts. Not really a fan of this head sculpt. Weird expression on his face. Looks okay from a distance, but when you get a close up, this one actually looks pretty weird. I think I'm going to stick with this one. Some cool details and overall sculpt. Very proportionate figure. The shell is pretty cool. Overall, gotta say, man, it's just a nice looking figure. No pegs or anything on the bottom, which is kind of weird. Hopefully these guys stand up pretty good. The only thing I really find weird is the color that they used. I was really thrown off by how bright the green was. But once you get it out of the package, it's not that bad at all. The plastic is nice and clean. No blemishes or anything like that. Just even color all the way through. No clouding, no discoloration. There is a little bit of yellow splashed over on the figure there. And like this little black scuff right there in the plastic. Other than that, man, this guy is pretty awesome. Paint application on this guy is pretty good too. Whatever is painted, we can see his eyes are pretty cool. Did a pretty decent job on that. Everything else is just plastic pieces. You see the front part of his shell. This is all painted evenly, nice and clean. A little bit of yellow paint splash over here. His belt is painted nice and clean as well. Appearance wise, not a lot to complain about this figure at all. So let's take a closer look at articulation. So his head goes back this far, forward this far. Very restricted. Does go side to side. I've been playing around with this guy a little bit, trying to get him loosened up a bit. But there's just not a lot of range of motion out of his head at all. You get very limited range of motion out of the neck because there's no real joint there. I was wondering why I couldn't get any range of motion. I thought it was your hinge and ball joint like we normally get, but this is just a piece of plastic. And you can see inside here. For his shoulders are somewhat restricted. Only goes up this far. Be very careful. I can actually see the peg inside starting to turn white, so definitely on the verge of breaking, so heat these guys up. The shoulders are very stiff. You do get a full rotation. You got your bicep swivel. There's a nice butterfly joint here too, so you get a decent range of motion out of that. You get double jointed pin elbows. You don't get a full range of motion out of that. That's pretty much as far as it goes. I was expecting a little bit more, but for his hands, all 6 hands go back and forth and all the way around for articulation. You can see there that he does have a diaphragm joint. Like any Ninja Turtle figure, we don't really expect much out of the way of ab crunch anyways, having a shell. There's full rotation at the waist there. You can get it if you really want to force on this, but I don't really want to break it. but the range of motion is there to get full rotation. You can get a little bit of side to side, and you can get full rotation on the top there too. 4 is hips. They come out this far, not a complete split, so a little bit restricted there. You have the upper thigh cut, double jointed, pinless knees, double jointed, but you still only get 90 degrees out of those. 4 is ankles. It goes back this far, forward this far, and you have that rocker there that you get a full rotation out of. Articulation, the joints are a little bit different on this one. These are not bad figures, man. I actually really like them. Let's just switch out that head for you guys so you guys can get a closer look. I forgot to mention too with articulation, this shell is actually on a dumbbell joint. It moves up, down, side to side, and you can actually spin it around, I guess, if it wasn't fully attached there. So you do have a lot of movement in the shell, which I thought was pretty cool. Not something we normally get out of a Ninja Turtle figure. Here's a closer look at the other head sculpt actually on the figure. And I gotta say, man, not really a fan. Looks good from the front, but the side view, it just looks really weird. So these hands pop out nice and easy anyway, which is good. Kind of concerned about that. I didn't know how the hands were gonna pop out. Alright, let's try to get these weapons in his hands. Imagine these are gonna be a pain in the butt because they're so soft. But they went in nice and easy. Very surprised. There we go. Alright, so here we have Raph with a saw in his hand. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm a fan of these figures, man. Like, they're not perfect. They do have their issues, but I'm definitely going to try to pick up all the ones in wave 1. These sides just come right out and pour right into the back here. They're kind of loose when they fit in, but still, they look cool on the back here. Alright, for comparisons, we have a few different toy lines here. So these guys are 4-inch, which is 1/15 scale. Here he is next to Masters of the Universe Origin Skeletor, which is 5.5 inches. We got him next to a 6-inch Marvel Legend, which is the Zombie Captain America from the What If series. And we have him next to a 3 3/4 Obi-Wan Kenobi. One more comparison to the Playmates toys. Leonardo. I don't have Raphael unboxed yet. So these are 6-inch figures, and this is the NECA movie series. Even though I managed to collect over 700 figures, this is still in my top 10 of my favorite figures in my entire collection. I love these figures. I loved the movie as kids, big part of my childhood, so we can see the big color difference here. When you have these guys just displayed on their own, the color isn't as noticeable, but when you put them next to some other turtles from different lines, we can see that the color do really stand out a lot. Let's do one more comparison to the Raphael from the Playmates Toys Retro series. You can see that these guys are pretty much the same size. Hopefully soon I can get another set of all 4 turtles so I can actually open these guys up. But as for right now, this guy's going to stay nice and safe on card. That's pretty much it for our unboxing and figure review. Overall, I'm going to give this guy an 8.5 out of 10. Visually, these guys look fantastic. Like I said, the color kind of throws me off a little bit. It's a little bit brighter than I'm used to with any versions of the Ninja Turtles. Honestly, man, I like it. It's different. At least these guys are going to stand out on the shelf. So the only real complaints with this one is articulation's a bit different, a bit restricted, and his weapons, they're made out of this really soft plastic. It almost feels like rubber, to be completely honest, like a silicone or something. So it's really soft. Price point is not too bad for a 4-inch figure. I think they're priced pretty decent. You do get a lot of accessories, like I said, extra head, 4 extra hands, 4 weapons. Not a lot to complain about there. So what you actually get for the price out of these are not bad at all. So let me know in the comments below what you think of my score of 8.5 out of 10. If you guys have any of these, let me know what you think about them in the comments below. If you liked our review, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And that subscribe button is there as well if you guys want to subscribe to the channel. As always, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting and stay safe.